Today we are going to be reacting to a random jynxi video, I think. Yeah, a random jynxi video. So hope you guys like it.
Whether you love it or hate it, lore is a part
What was
of...
that? No. What was that? This guy just flashed me?
Whether you love it or hate it,
Yo!
What?
Y'all saw that?
lore is a part of nearly everything.
Hell?
Even in places you wouldn't expect.
This guy's videos are weird.
Like
What
Clash
the
Royale
hell?
and, the
What
wider
the
Clash universe.
hell?
These games might not have a traditional story mode like other games such as Grand Theft Auto or God of War. It's all about the battles in the arena or building up your village. But if you look closer, card descriptions, latest game tips, the Clash
Oh my god,
Clasharama
jynxi.
series gives us some glimpses into the rich backstory and characters of this world.
Yo!
What the? Guys,
Down.
please do not
Get
see
down.
that. Please
Down.
do not
Five.
see that.
Today we're diving deep into the lore and facts behind
Down.
every single card.
I said down five!
So, let's kick things off with the cheapest yet most overpowered card in Clash Royale. Skeletons.
What?
Skeletons were initially introduced with a count of 4, and then a few months later the count was reduced to 3, increased back to 4, and then reduced again, back down to 3. According to a Clasharama comic strip, Larry is the giant skeleton's child. His mom is...
Wait, that's Larry? Larry's the giant skeleton's son?
the witch. He has 2 sisters, Brenna and Brianna, and also an older brother, Peter. In the Spanish language setting of the game, the Ice Spirit's card description
What?
says winter is coming, which is a reference to Game of Thrones. More
Huh?
specifically, the first episode of the series and...
Dude, who's the girl in Game of Thrones with a gat? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Who is the girl in Game of Thrones with a gat? Chat, y'all know, right? What is her name? Failed. Y'all failed No Nut November to that? Are you guys serious, bro?
Jynxi should never trust his chat in anything, guys.
Somebody said all of them. No, it is Amelia, is it?
well, really, all of it. The Fire Spirit is the only card in English whose name has changed, as a result of its count changing from 3 to 1 in the summer 2021 update. Also, it is the only Spirit card to have a spawner building version, which is the Furnace. The Electro Spirit is currently the only permanent card in the game that hasn't yet received any balance changes.
What?
So, good job, Super Sub.
What?
The Heal Spirit was the first card to replace another card, which was Heal. Interestingly,
Yes.
the Heal Spirit received
I
the
knew this.
largest percentage buff to a singular upgradable stat out of all cards in the game, with a 225% damage
Oh
increase.
my
in
god,
the
that
2021
heal spell
Quarter 1
is...
update. In touchdown mode,
Return the heal spell instead of the heal spirit. Heal spirit is way too bad. Like, just give us
fast
heal.
spells like arrows if the player is quick enough. Earthquake, lightning,
Wait,
freeze,
I didn't
poison,
know
and
that.
tornado don't work. A loading screen hint relevant to the bomber reads, one day, wall breakers realized that they could do a lot more damage if they threw the bomb, rather than sat beside it. Imagine that. That might be a reference to his creation as a
Bro,
ranged counterpart to the
what?
wall breaker in Clash of Clans. Ultimately, the wall breakers were added in one of Clash Royale's updates, much to their dismay, I'm sure. So, in the German and Dutch language setting of the game, the Spear Goblin's name translates to Spear Kobolds. In other language settings of the game, the Spear Goblin's name translates to Doings with Spears, Spear Ghouls, Spear-holding Goblins, and Spear-throwing Leprechauns. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. The
What?
Ice Golem walks with only his legs, instead of with also his hands like the Golem.
Wait, what?
Which is unlike his Clash
What?
of Clans counterpart. The bats resemble the in-life bat.
Yo, I have my own lore. Chat, I saw this on TikTok, bro. Look.
What
The
the...
up top bat.
What the hell is wrong?
Chat, look at the up top bat, bro.
That species
What
called Desmodus
the
rotundus.
Please,
The
what
common vampire bat
the?
is a hematophagous bat species that primarily feeds on the blood of livestock, which is done by biting their prey while they're sleeping. In Clash Royale, bats attack in a similar way by biting their enemies. You get 2 facts for the price of 1 with this one, because bats were the only troop which had been available outside their card before they were released as a card. They were available as a spawned troop from the Night Witch. Before the Wallbreakers card release, the Wallbreakers
Wait, so that means Night Witch got released before bats? I didn't even know that.
were
What?
supposed to be a
I didn't
legendary
know
card.
that.
However, they were changed to an epic card post-release. Also, according to Clash of Clans, balloons are promoted wall breakers. It's somewhat ironic to note that balloon pilots are promoted wall breakers, as the latter are kamikaze units and would not actually be, well, promoted, as they perish upon actually doing their job. So maybe the ones that got promoted are the ones who chickened out. Your guess is as good as mine. Rage was introduced as a 3 elixir spell with a much bigger
remember this,
radius,
I remember this.
but it did no
I do
damage.
not remember
However,
that,
if you
Jynxi.
raged troops, they would stay raged even when they were outside of the rage area. By the end of 2016, Clash Royale reduced the elixir cost to 2. Then in December of 2022, Rage was reworked to do area damage, but its radius was decreased significantly. Suspicious Bush might seem like an ordinary bush, but hidden underneath is a goblin, so sneaky he could steal the crown from the king's head in broad daylight, making him a legend in the goblin community. Only time will reveal more about our auspicious thief. Out of all of the cards in the game, the Zap has the shortest name in English, with only 3 letters. Also, the concept of Zap was adapted as the new iteration of the lightning spell in Clash of Clans. The log
What
is the
the
cheapest
please, what
legendary
the
card,
hell?
costing only 2 elixir. According to TV Royale, the number of times log was used in battles in 2018 alone was, get this, 39 billion. Obviously, players could not get
39 billion logs in just 2018. My God.
enough of touching their logs. Anyway, the
What did he just say? What did this man just say?
not get enough
Wait.
of touching
Jynxi, please do not do that, Jynxi.
alone was, get this, 39 billion. Obviously, players could not get enough of touching their logs.
Jynxi, please don't do it. No!
Anyway, the lumberjack is
God,
responsible for creating
Jynxi, don't do it.
that on several different occasions. The lumberjack's description states, and hunts the log by night. In the
Wait, the lumberjack created the log?
log's card description, it states the cause of its creation was, quote, a spilt bottle of rage, which is a property exclusive to the lumberjack.
Yes.
In the Clash of Clans No More Clashmas commercial, the log had a flashback to its creation where the lumberjack is seen spilling the rage spell in a forest.
That's how the log got made. Holy lore! Okay, this is lore, Chad. This is real lore.
According to a Clasharama comic strip, the barbarians
Oh my
follow a
God.
career
What
path
am I-
or
what are-
hierarchy.
what am I
the one in
watching
the
here?
barbarian barrel being the lowest ranking one of them all.
Oh.
Giant Snowball is the only card with giant in its name that is not a troop. When the Goblin
was
Curse
quick.
is deployed, a whispering voice will say, "Baby Goblin," and laugh. That's most
I don't believe that.
I don't
likely a
believe that
reference to the
too.
Baby Goblin's Tower Troop card and the 1-hour video babygoblin.exe.
Approximately 10 hours later.
From the Knight's description, it's implied that Knight and Barbarians are distant cousins due to their physical similarities, especially in their mustaches and hair color. Coincidentally, both the Knight and Barbarians are voice acted by
What am I watching? Wait,
However,
wait,
in the
wait,
Dutch
wait.
language setting of the game, the Knight is said to be
What the hell am I watching, please? What the hell am I watching?
the Barbarian's nephew. It's unknown why the archer has a small pouch on her belt, although it's most likely there to store supplies such as bowstrings and water. Despite wearing a quiver filled with arrows, the archer doesn't take the arrows out of her quiver when performing an attack. Weird. According to a Clash-O-Rama comic strip, a minion is the Mega Minion's child. Also in Clash of Clans, their projectile comes from their mouths. However, in Clash Royale, it comes from their fists instead. Skeleton Army used to cost 4 elixir and spawned 21 skeletons, but this was changed in late 2016 to 3 elixir and spawning only 16. The Ice Wizard description implies that TVs might exist within Clash Royale.
Holy mob.
Also, etymology-wise, the word wizard comes from the Middle English wiz, meaning cooling.
Am I here to learn Greek or something, guys? Please.
Meaning wise. The guards and the cannon cart are the only troops to have more shield hit points than their own HP. According to their description in Squad Busters, the guards are the king's bodyguards.
What?
The princess was one of the first legendary cards to be added to the game, alongside the Ice Wizard. Also, the princess has the longest range of all of the troops, with a range of 9 tiles.
Wow.
A burrowing miner has the highest speed of all troops, with a speed of 650, and in the German, Japanese, and Korean language settings of the game, the miner's name translates to tunnel digger, digger, and mine worker, respectively. The design of the Mega Minion resembles gargoyles. The gargoyle is a fantasy and horror monster inspired by gargoyle architectural elements from the Gothic period, and surprisingly, his only weakness is cupcakes. The Dark Goblin is making the practice of playing the didgeridoo. Didgeridoo is a wind instrument primarily played by vibrating the lips to produce a continuous drone while using a special breathing technique called circular breathing, an instrument originally invented by the Aborigines people of Australia. Even though the Goblin Gang spawns 6 goblins, the card render displays 5, due to the fact that the card, used to spawn 5 goblins. The original concept of the bandit was the Royal Ghost, with an invisibility and dash mechanic, along with a stun. However, the stun mechanic was dropped and the dash mechanic led to the creation of the bandit. Ultimately, the Royal Ghost was added in one of Clash Royale's updates. So the Royal Ghost may be inspired by the ghost of Hamlet's father from the theatrical play Hamlet.
Chat, did y'all read this book?
Lit by William Shakespeare. Also, the Royal Ghost is confirmed to be both of the king's father. The skeleton barrel loses 1 balloon for each...
Wait, the Royal Ghost is the king's dad? Holy lore again.
Father. The skeleton barrel loses 1 balloon for each third of its total hit points depleted. Interestingly, in its reveal trailer, the skeleton barrel was shown to spawn all skeletons in a random pattern. However, this was changed after its general release to spawn the skeletons in a circular formation. The fisherman's name is Maurice, as said by his fish in the Flood trailer. However, in the Japanese language setting of the game, his name is Triton, which I think just sounds way cooler.
Maurice, they're not listening. We gotta give him a good old-fashioned fish slapping. Fish slap. Fish slap.
What the hell?
So annoying.
Fish slap. Fish slap. Double fish slap.
What
See, guys?
the
One take.
That's
hell?
the most brain... Oh, no, never mind. This is the most brain rot card.
Initially, the Firecracker was supposed to be called the Rocketeer, and the Rocketeer was envisioned as a more militaristic character,
Hard on me. I'm sorry.
akin to the
What
Musketeer,
the
which really set a
hell?
record was her ability to launch 6 rockets,
What
each with
the-
a knockback effect on enemies. While the
Wait, that was the early concept?
concept was promising, after several days of testing, it became evident that a change in her mechanics was necessary due to a significant issue with the unpredictability of the rockets. The Elixir Golem was designed after a scrapped concept, which involved a monster constructed entirely from Elixir. It was also originally called Elixir Monster, and it would involve an Elixir monster that would
What
spawn
the
Elixir Mites
hell,
when
bro?
destroyed. Those Elixir Mites would be fused back into an Elixir monster if they were not defeated in time.
So what would you consider the craziest troop that we've tried?
Craziest. It might have to be the Elixir Monster.
Whoa, what is the Elixir Monster?
The Elixir Monster was this idea that the Elixir has somehow mutated into this monster, and you once you place it down, it goes forward, and if you attack it, it splits into 2, much like the Golem works. But the thing is, those little elixir mites. I don't know what you would actually call them. They would regrow back into full-size elixir monsters if you left them alone. And so
You multiply, right?
Yeah, you can keep splitting them and regrowing into these giant, like,
Oh, another horrible idea.
elixir monsters.
How would you defeat this?
Jynxi is actually gonna
Once they kept
crash
splitting,
out.
the smaller elixir mites were quite weak, so you could take those out quite easily.
Okay.
So maybe like a Valkyrie would work, but it's a very scary card to like leave alone. Grow back into full-size elixir monsters. If there's
How would you defeat this? Like,
well,
something gets out of hand.
the once they kept splitting, the smaller elixir mites were quite weak, so you could take those out quite easily.
Okay.
So maybe like a Valkyrie would work, but it's a very scary card.
4 seconds. Also, The Little Prince may be a reference to a novel by Dragon and the Mighty
What the way?
So maybe like a Valkyrie would work, but it's a very scary card to like leave alone.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The Little Prince is tied with the Inferno Dragon and the Mighty Miner for the highest attack speed of all troops when fully charged, with an attack speed of 0.4 seconds. Also, The Little Prince may be a reference to a novel by the same name. The Little Prince by a French author named Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. In January of 2016, the cannon used to cost 6 elixir, had a bigger range of 7 tiles, a lifetime of 60 seconds, and a huge amount of HP, surviving even
I don't know why. I thought he was going to say huge wiener. I have no
What
idea.
4 hits
the?
from the Prince, including its charge. But its elixir cost was reduced to 3 in February of 2016, along with its health. Tombstone used to spawn giant skellies. Oh god.
Oh
This
boy.
was Arrow's card image before its release.
What?
What?
Seriously?
The
Seriously?
original concept for the tornado was a butterfly spell that was used
What?
for distracting troops. However, it was replaced with the tornado due to visual problems, and also because we got a tornado trap in Clash of Clans. Clone is the only spell that cannot affect buildings. However, you can have a cloned building via a cannon card. In the Korean, Chinese, and Finnish language settings of the game, the earthquake's name translates to Earthquake Magic, Earthquake Spell, and Tremor. The royal delivery was designed after a concept, which involved a bomb. It was also originally called Bone Bomb, and it would involve a bomb that would explode after a short time. After the bomb exploded, 2 guards would spawn from where the bomb exploded.
What?
What?
Void sucks. In Norse mythology... In Norse mythology, Valkyries collect spirits of the dead to take to Valhalla, one of the Norse afterlives. Most depictions show them riding on horseback or might have wings. However, in Clash Royale, they don't have horses or fly, and instead travel on foot. This was a Musketeers card image before March of 2016.
See, I'm so OG chat that I low-key remember this, bro.
Are you sure about that?
The Musketeers card art was way different.
And this is the current image. The baby dragon's gender has been confirmed as male, as the baby dragon commercial referred to the baby dragon as she.
Oh.
The mini P.E.K.K.A has a passion towards pancakes. When deployed, the mini P.E.K.K.A will say pancakes. By the Clash Royale official Twitter account, which had a real-life mini P.E.K.K.A standing.
Dude, I want to go there, bro. Chat, I want to do a YouTube vlog in the Supercell headquarters, bro. There's probably so much stuff there, dude.
Next to a giant skeleton with the caption, "Who wants pancakes?" In the initial release of Clash Royale, the Hog Riders sound effect was identical to that of the Barbarians. Also, according to a Clash-O-Rama comic strip, the Ram Rider is the Hog Rider's sister.
What?
In the Malaysian language settings of
I thought they were banging. Because, bro, in Clash-O-Rama, they're like married, no? Interesting.
the game, the Dark Prince's name translates to Prince of Evil. The Prince and the Dark Prince ride the same breed of pony, and they're also revealed to be brothers. The Super Valkyrie troop in Clash of Clans is likely inspired by the Lumberjack, with both being fast melee troops that drop a rage spell after death. In the Clash-O-Rama episode, "'Twas the Night Before Clashmas," the king searched for a Clashmas tree. They ignore the Lumberjack's majestic one and decide on a smaller and uglier looking tree. The agitated Lumberjack tries to destroy it, but slips and drops his rage spell, which converts the tree into the log.
Oh, it's got bald spots! It's so much worse! Oops! My rage spell.
What?
The tree! It's turned into the log!
What
You want to
the
learn
hell?
chess, huh? Bold choice. All right.
Alright.
The Battle Ram is the only barbarian-related card to not have the word barbarian in its name. Also, call back to when we talked about the hierarchy of barbarians earlier. Apparently, the ones on the Battle Ram rank the second lowest. The word Inferno comes from the Latin Inferus, meaning underworld. And surprisingly, the Inferno Dragon has the highest hit points out of all air-targeting troops.
Really?
The Electro Wizard used to have a Crown Tower spawn damage statistic, despite the fact that its restricted deployment means its spawn damage could never hit a Crown Tower. This was most likely because he spawned with a zap instead of having his own spawn damage. This, however, was removed from the statistics in the Champions update. Also, according to the Electro Dragon's intro video, the Electro Dragon is the Electro Wizard's pet dragon. That's pretty cool.
Electro Dragon
What?
is a 5-cost epic in Electro Valley. It's the Electro Wizard's personal pet.
It was a dumb question.
Of course it's an Electro Valley.
The Hunter is likely inspired by Shelly from Brawl Stars.
What
Yes,
the?
bro, I low-key thought of this, bro. Chat, Shelly used to be my main in Brawl Stars, bro. I would play Showdown and just hide in a bush with Shelly and pop out and spam them. Bro, the Hunter and Shelly are so similar because the closer you get, the more damage it does.
Another Supercell game. This is referenced a few times. During the global release of Brawl Stars Celebration, the Hunter was reskinned as Shelly in the heist mode.
2018, and they had the Brawl Stars Challenge in Clash Royale. You could pick Bo or you could
What
pick Shelly.
Bo is probably the magic archer, bro.
hell?
That's so sick. I wish I played when this came out.
And Shelly was the hunter, and Bo was Magic Archer. Magic Archer is just way better. I don't know why I picked Shelly, but
A trainer in the training camp is called Trainer Shelly and uses the Hunter in their deck. The Night Witch is confirmed to be the Witch's sister, according to the Night Witch karaoke contest video and her description in Clash of Clans. In the Japanese and Thai language settings of the game, the Night Witch's name translates to Dark Necromancer and Night Magic Girl. The
What
Zappy's description
the
implies its creator
hell?
is the Master Builder,
Jynxi,
the
please
builder
go to
from
the
Clash of
bathroom.
Clans. When Zappies were first introduced in late 2017, they didn't have the ability to target air, but that was changed in the January 2018 balance update.
didn't know that.
The original concept of the flying machine was called a dart barrel, and it was supposed to shoot darts just like the Dart Goblin. The flying machine's creator is the Master Builder, and he's also the one piloting the flying machine. His little legs can be seen sticking out of the flying machine.
What the?
No way.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I spent all these years and I never noticed the feet out of the bottom.
In its card image, card render, and also in its reveal trailer. This was the original concept of the Magic Archer, who was basically a wizard with a more epic beard style. The bow that the Magic Archer uses
Yo, that would be so cool. That would actually be so cool.
in battle is a magical recurve bow. During the development, the Mighty Miner was originally named Chief Miner. On 28th of April 2022, according to a tweet by the Clash Royale official Twitter, the number of Mighty Miner's ability activation was 732,965,024. Later that year in December, a balance update increased the Mighty Miner's speed to 90 from 60, now classified as fast. So the Mighty Miner was as fast as the Elite Barbarians. The Battle Healer is the only winged troop that is not actually flying. The heal effect sound she produces every time she hits is a high-pitched version of the old healing spell sound from Clash of Clans. The Skeleton King has the same walking sound as the giant skeleton. Also, in the Korean, Arabic, and Vietnamese language settings of the game, the Skeleton King's name translates to Skull King, King of Skeletons, and White Bone King.
They even have the same walk.
This was the initial concept of the Golden Knight.
What?
What a beauty. The skeleton dragons
Are you
resemble
kidding me?
dragons from European cultures.
The one on the left
Reptilian,
was cool, but the
legendary
one on the
creatures,
right,
often depicted as winged, horned, and capable of breathing fire. They were designed after a scrapped concept of a singular skeleton dragon that would attack with a bomb, as well as the beta minions from Clash of Clans. The Mother Witch is based on Circe, a Greek witch that appeared in Homer's Odyssey epic. In Odyssey, Odysseus visits her island of Aiaia on the way back from the Trojan War, and she changes most of his crew into swine. Also, she bakes great cookies. So, the Phoenix is based on the eponymous mythological Greek creature capable of rebirth on destruction. Associated with the sun, a phoenix obtains new life by rising from the ashes of its predecessor. Some legends say it dies in a show of flames and combustion. Others say that it simply dies and decomposes before being born again. In Clash of Clans, the Phoenix's description, whereas in Clash Royale, the Phoenix is male, according to TV Royale, but uses it pronouns in its description. The dynamite used by the Goblin Demolisher is the same held by the evolved Wallbreakers. Mortar, used to cost 6 elixir, could be placed one tile closer to your princess tower and still reach the enemy tower. Had a lifetime of 60 seconds and did 40% more damage.
In splash damage, Skeleton Army tries to answer, but another round goes off, and severe damage done to that tower. Now I've got units moving
Bro, I feel like the mortar used to be so good, bro.
forward. It still
Tesla
is.
used to have a lifetime of 60 seconds compared to the 30 seconds it gets today, and its attack speed was 0.7 seconds compared to the 1.2 seconds of today. So basically, placing one Tesla building back then is like placing 2 today. The furnace resembles masonry ovens, typically used for baking artisan bread and pizza. Masonry ovens are typically made of brick, stone, or clay. However, in Clash Royale, the furnace is made of metal. The furnace's description could be a reference towards the Mini P.E.K.K.A, since the Mini P.E.K.K.A says pancakes when the Cage's card released. The Goblin Cage was supposed to be a legendary card. However, it was cheap.
Bro, I already know his lore from Clash-orama. He was a goblin that went to jail and got strong. I already know.
Changed to a rare card post-release. Also, the Goblin Brawler is inspired by a Goblin prison character in the
I'm never getting laid.
What?
Clash-orama episode.
Jynxi,
Giant
please,
versus-
what the hell?
What did I say? Chat, what did I say, bro? What did I say? What did I say, bro?
Jynxi!
That was good.
Oh my
Problem.
god,
The
Jynxi.
Goblin Drill is
Okay.
goblins to steal elixir from an elixir storage in the Clash-orama episode Goblins 11, which in itself is a reference to the movie Ocean's 11.
Wait, holy lord. I'm gonna rewind that because I was yapping. Listen to this. I've seen this movie too. This movie's fire.
By goblins to steal elixir from an elixir storage in the Clash-orama episode Goblins 11, which in itself is a reference to the movie Ocean's 11. This was the Fireball's card image in January of 2016.
I remember. I played the game back then, bro. The knight also looked different. I think the archers looked different. I think everything looked different.
Bro,
Also, the first part
the
of
fireball
Fireball's
looked
description,
way
that
cooler.
being and Fireball, is a reference to the Clash of Clans magic commercial.
Fireball.
What the hell?
In January of 2016, the freeze spell at max level 8
Bro, I also remember this. This is when it used to be gigantic. Bro, the OG freeze spell was the best spell in the game. Bro, it was gigantic. It froze way longer, like way longer. What else? I think that's everything.
had a 7.1 second freeze duration, which is over 70% longer than today's duration of 4
Bro, Graveyard Freeze used to be cray-cray. Well, no, nobody used it back then. Everybody back then used Hog Freeze. It was like the best
seconds. It also had a much bigger freeze radius, but did no damage to towers and troops. In 2016, Poison not only damaged troops over time, but it also slowed them down by 25%, meaning they moved and attacked 25% slower. Unlike humans, baby goblins are the smartest out of all the goblins.
What?
What?
How are baby goblins the smartest?
However, goblins would always steal their work because of their bigger size and strength.
Oh.
That's why the baby goblins made a machine that would be as strong as a regular goblin, hence the name Goblin Machine.
Goblin Machine.
One
Oh
giant
my god, that voice
his
line.
star
Wait,
level 2
wait.
skin resembles the
My turn to do the voice line. Wait. Let's get back to that thingy. Wait.
However, goblins
So
will
I will
always
now
steal
do
their
the
work
goblin
because of their
machine
bigger
thingy.
size and strength.
Oh.
That's why the baby goblins made a machine that would be as strong as a regular goblin, hence the name Goblin Machine.
Goblin machine!
The giant resembles the level 1 giant from Clash of Clans. His star level 2 skin resembles the level 5 giant from Clash of Clans. Also, according to the art of Supercell, the giant was—
Yo, that low-key looks like John Pork. I'm not tripping, bro. Chat, please tell me y'all see the resemblance. That looks frame for frame exactly like John Pork. I'm not kidding, bro. Holy crap.
5 giant from Clash of Clans. Also, according to the art of Supercell, the giant was originally supposed to be blue. The balloon has the shortest range of all troops, with a range of 0.1 tiles, and the balloon was supposed to cost 4 elixir and have a 3-second deploy time, but that was changed just a moment before its release. The Witch has received the most balance changes of any card in the game, having received—
Dude, I remember this. Bro, at one point in time, the Witch was like unusable. It was so bad, nobody ever used her, bro.
a total of 43 individual changes.
She's been changed 43 times.
Also, the witch is shown to practice necromancy, which is a form of magic involving communication with the deceased, either by summoning their spirit as an apparition or raising them bodily. That's why in the Japanese language setting of the game, the witch's name translates to necromancer.
Fart on me. I mean, come on. Like this.
In the Malaysian language setting of the game,
Oh my god.
What?
Use my face as a urinal. Holy crap.
the witch's name translates to magic girl.
What?
The barbarian bears more than a passing resemblance to Hulk Hogan and
What?
Abraham
What?
What?
Ford from the Walking Dead TV series. The prince is in love with the princess. Also, the grill covering the Mega Minion's mouth is very similar to the visor on the prince's helmet. In the Clash of Clans Party Wizard Party Time commercial, the wizard appears to have a pet bunny. Adorable.
Bro, that bunny right there, bro, should be in the game. That should be a card, bro. Look at this cutie patootie.
Jynxi!
They put it.
In the French and Japanese language settings of the game, the minion horde's name translates to Gargoyle Horde and Group of Gargoyles. And in the Chinese and Thai language settings of the game, the minion horde's name translates to Army of the Undead and Flock of Drones. Originally, the bowler was supposed to be called the Charger. It had a long-range dash, but after it hit its target, the helmet would cut off, and it wouldn't dash again. After that, I assume it would just attack. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it was probably a medium-sized tank as well, maybe with similar stats to a giant or knight. Other than the dashing and attacking, we really don't know that much about the Charger. In the Japanese language setting of the game, the executioner's personal name is revealed to be Falsh. Also, this was the executioner's card image before—
Holy chop. Holy chopped. Bro, you gotta ascend, bro. This is brutal. This is a sub 5, bro.
or March of 2017. If we compare the current image, it
Way better. Now he's mugging, bro. Well,
definitely seems like a huge nerf to me. The weapon that the Ram Rider wields is called a bola. Bolas were most famously used by the Guachos, but have been found in excavations of pre-Columbian settlements, especially in Patagonia, where indigenous peoples used them to capture—
chat, how good is my Ram Rider scream? Pretty good, right?
What the hell?
I turn off the audio.
200-pound guanacos and rias. The original Wolf Rider troop used
Okay.
a bow instead of a bola. However, it was replaced with the Ram Rider for unknown reasons. In the Flood trailer, it's revealed that the Rascal Boy is bald and actually wears a wig. The cannon cart used to have the same movement speed as Elite Barbarians, but that was changed in the March 2021 balance update. In the card's description, the Who Let the Hogs Out is a reference to the pop song Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baha Men. According to the Electro Dragon's intro video and its description, it's implied that the Baby Dragon, Electro Dragon, and Inferno Dragon are all brothers.
Oh, that's kind of sweet, bro. That's kind of cute.
Electro Dragon being the middle child. In October through November of 2022, the monk used the cost for Elixir. Together with the Phoenix, they created the most devastating combo in Clash Royale. However, new balance changes were introduced later, and the monk was effectively buried due to an increase in Elixir.
Okay.
So the Goblin Hut resembles its respective counterpart from the single-player campaign in Clash of Clans. However, in Clash of Clans, the Goblin Hut does not spawn spear goblins, or any troop, for that matter. There was a glitch in 2016 where you could place the Inferno Tower on the opponent's Princess Tower if there was no room for a building on your side of the arena. I don't even know how people found that out. In the same vein, there was...
What?
Bro, listen to that again.
Inferno Tower on the opponent's Princess Tower if there was no room for a building on your side of the arena.
Wait, so if you stacked up your whole side with buildings, you could put Inferno on them?
I don't even know how people found that out. In the same vein, there was a hilarious graveyard glitch in 2017. If you placed the graveyard right before the game ended, it would spawn graves instead of skeletons.
I do remember that.
Before the Giant Skeleton's card release, its cost was supposed to be 7 Elixir. In 2017, the Royal Giant had a 2-second deploy time, a range of 6.5 tiles compared to 5 today, and a much faster attack speed, though it dealt less damage. Sparky has had an insane number of glitches throughout its history, but my favorite one is definitely the glitch where it could kill the Hog Rider across the entire map. And by the way, she's a woman. The helmets the elite barbarians wear may be a reference to the iron helmet that the Dragonborn wears in The Elder Scrolls V.
That literally looks like the exact same helmet. Bro.
Dragonborn wears.
That looks identical.
In The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, which was one of the most iconic helmets in the game. There's a loading screen hint that
how does this guy find all of this out? That's what I don't understand.
Says somebody once told Goblin Giant that the world was gonna roll him, which is a reference to the now immortalized, thanks to memes, song All-Star by Smash Mouth, which was used in the beginning of the Shrek movie. Because that Goblin Giant kind of looks like Shrek. In 2016, the Elixir Collector used the cost of 5 Elixir, and was one of the most broken cards in the game, reaching the #1 spot in usage rate for several weeks and months. Back in January of 2016, the Expo could target air troops. However,
dude, this was the weirdest thing about the balloon, and I'm surprised he didn't say this. Bro, look at the balloon's health bar. In the early days of Clash, the balloon would have the smallest health bar, but it would have...
I just realized the balloon's health. If you guys don't see, like, let me show you. Look at the balloon's health! Like, is that 1 HP on my screen? Tell me, please.
So much health. Like, it would look like it wouldn't have much health, but...
And look at the exposed health. And that's 1 million HP. What the hell, bro?
You have to hit it like 100 times.
its deployment time was extremely long, at 5 seconds, which made it less practical for most players.
Dude, I can't believe the Expo used to attack air. That's insane.
However, the Expo had a range of 13 tiles.
Now why is now it's a bit like lower, like minus, like nerfed? Why?
So you could place it even closer to your print.
Bro, the Expo's kind of a weird card because I feel like if it did attack air, it would make it so much worse because you would almost never get to actually lock on the tower.
Princess Tower and still target your opponent's tower. The rocket has the highest damage of any card in the game, with 2,163 damage at level 15. Up until 2022, lightning didn't have a visual effect that indicated its cast, even if it didn't damage anything. So theoretically, you could cycle the lightning spell without your opponent knowing.
No.
The P.E.K.K.A. has a
Use code.
What? Wait. What did he say?
Damage anything. So theoretically, you could cycle the lightning spell without your opponent knowing.
Nah, but it would make that noise. It would go... Like, it would make that noise.
The P.E.K.K.A. has a passion towards butterflies. Her passion for butterflies is
Yes, I know this.
also referenced a couple of times.
I know that too.
When deployed, the P.E.K.K.A. will...
Yes, the P.E.K.K.A. says... Butterfly.
briefly say butterfly in a robotic voice. The Lava Hound is confirmed to be a male, as the storyteller in the last Lava Pup commercial referenced to Lava Hound as he and father. While the Lava Hound appears to be made of both molten lava and solid rock, the Lava Pup seems to be a pure lava being. Fans theorize that the lava cools into rocks as the pup matures. Royal Recruits were introduced as a 6 elixir card, which was initially overpowered.
Yo, bro, this is the card that actually made me quit the game, bro. I'm not even kidding.
But because players could spam them at the bridge constantly. Having Royal Recruits in your deck and
For me, when I used to play Clash Royale like 2 years ago, I used to be in Arena 8. I quit because of Wizard. I keep on using I keep on using Skellies and Gobs in my deck, like Goblin, Skarmy. My opponent keeps on destroying me with Wizard.
July of 2018 meant an instant win. Also, their description implied that the Royal Recruits could potentially be promoted to Dark Princes at some point. Since the Mega Knight's description implies that a 1,000 mustaches, it's implied that the force of one mustache deals approximately 0.429 damage at tournament standard. The Electro Giant may have inspired the Electro Titan, a troop from Clash of Clans. The Barbarian Hut closely resembles the level 1 barracks from Clash of Clans, only it now has a blue roof. However, from the enemy's point of view, it is red. The Barbarian Hut also has a small hole in the roof that the barracks doesn't have, a keg of elixir, and is more reinforced. Level 1 barracks also only allow the training of barbarians. The Golem was likely inspired by the Promethean from Age of Mythology, as both units are stone creatures that split into 2 smaller versions of themselves once defeated.
How does this guy find this? I don't even understand.
The Three Musketeers elixir cost has changed more than any other card, with a total of 3 times. At release in February of 2016,
No, but I thought it just went from 10 to 9.
they cost 10 elixir. A month later, the cost was reduced to 9, then in February of 2019, it was increased back to 10, only to be reduced again to 9 3 months later. Now, if I had to choose a card with the craziest history, it would be the Skeletons. They went from being one of the least used cards to reaching 77.5% usage rate back in 2017. And that's why I'll have you watch this video next, where I'll tell you...
Holy cinema video. My God. Bro, how did he know all of, some of the stuff he knew was so neat.
Yeah, actually. How did he know that?
Hi,